Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Emelie Forsberg before the 2014 Zegama Marathon. How are you?
I'm good, yeah.
Last time we spoke was before Transvaal. You were excited.
Yeah.
As everybody else was starting. What happened just after the start?
You know, the start is crazy. And after 200 meters, you enter a small trail. And just the second step on the trail, I get a bit pushed because it's crazy there.
Yeah.
And I just fell and I was thinking, look at it, and I felt the blood, but I was just, okay, it's nothing. So I started to run or continue running, and when it got sun, I looked at it because I only had my headlamp, so I didn't want to waste my time looking at it. But when the sun came, I was just, oof, it looks bad. The muscle, the tendon was hanging out, and I was just, 6 more hours, I can do that, and then I take care of it. But I started to feel dizzy, and the second aid station, the ambulance there, they said, no, you can't continue running. And I was just, give me the water, I will run. But they really said no. So
they made you stop?
Yeah, because I had my mind just to continue running, but I realized now that it was good that they made me stop.
Where were you? Were you with Anna? Were you?
No, up to Los Canarios we were together, and I was easy because I'm in the uphills. I feel quite good after the ski season, but then the energy started to go to here because I needed to run like this,
what?
So the blood didn't so I started to feel like something wasn't really good, but I didn't think it was this. I was just, no, I'm not used to running, but I think it was this.
Yeah. So since then, you went to the hospital?
Yeah.
You got some minor surgery, or like you got stitches? Yeah.
Yeah, but they needed to clean it for quite a while actually, and it was a lot of rocks in there, so they actually made me sleep because it was
really painful.
Yeah. And
so the volcanic pumice, the little...
Yeah. So they worked a lot on that. And then I think it was 12 stitches, and it's pretty deep. I just took it away actually yesterday.
Okay.
And it's still open, but
I didn't think it was that bad because I saw you at the finish line at Transvaal, and you were smiling. You had a little help with that, yes?
Yeah, but I also was really happy for Luis Alberto, who finally got to show how good he is, because he's always that good, but he's just in the shadow behind Gilliam. And also Frosty, 2 years of injuries, and she's back and she's strong and she's happy, so I was really happy for both of them.
For both your friends, yeah. I've seen some pictures of you in the mountains the last few days. Have you been able to get out a little bit? Or?
The first week, it's only 2 weeks ago. The first week I had antibiotics, and it really killed everything. You know how you become, everything is just low. So I wanted to run, so I started to run, but it was 1 hour and then I was really, really dizzy. So the first week I didn't run much, and now I had 3 days of where I felt good running. So I'm really happy for that, but it's not the best preparation. But I know that, and I feel really just relaxed because I love this race. So
speaking of this race, 2 years ago, more or less no one knew who you were when you showed up in Zegama. It was your debut, for all intents and purposes. And now 2 years later, everybody knows who's Emelie Forsberg. What's it like coming back here? Does it feel like coming back to your starts, or? Yeah,
it really does. It's really special because it was my first experience with skyrunning and this ambience and how big it is. And I loved it from the beginning because I always have loved being out in the mountains, and just being here to share it with all the people. It's amazing.
Were you third that year, the first?
Yeah.
So you were third, and then last year you came and just won by quite a bit.
No, not so much. I think I passed Stevie before the summit of Aizkorri in the uphill there in the technical, and then I took quite a lot on the technical parts, but then in the end I think I was a bit relaxed, like okay, I don't need to push now. If they come, I know that I have more to give, but I didn't win it so much. 2 minutes to Nuria, I think, and it's not very much enough.
But you had a...
I felt comfortable, yes.
Last year you had a very good rivalry with Stevie. It seemed like you raced a bunch of times and were close very often.
And with Nuria too.
Yeah. Well, Nuria isn't coming this weekend. But...
okay, she's there.
No, not after.
No.
Your face last week. Yeah.
I understand that.
But Stevie, What's it like racing Stevie so often?
Yeah, it's really nice to have someone who's that strong, and she's really focusing in like 2-4 hours races. And for me, I love everything, so it's pretty hard to just to concentrate on these kind of races as she does. And for sure, I'm not best in everything, but when you specialize that much as Didi and Casey is doing, then you get really strong. So it's for me, it's always hard to race with them because they are really used to this kind of hours of training. But it's really fun. And Stevie is really strong. She's amazing, and I think she's really one of the strongest.
So you think she can give you a challenge this weekend?
Oh, for sure, she will. She always starts very fast.
Yeah.
And it'll be fun.
Are you going to be worrying about your hand? Because last year you were saying you really made up the most time on the technical part.
Yeah.
Is that going to...
Yeah, I really don't know. I don't want to take any risks because the doctors say that I shouldn't really run, and I shouldn't absolutely not fall on it. So I always feel confident in technical. I have never been falling in technical, but maybe when you start to think about it, it's like... So I don't know. I will try not to think about it.
You're just going to
just feel comfortable and not push it.
Okay. It's a beautiful day in Zegama. No, we can't really believe it.
No.
It's not supposed to be a beautiful day on Sunday.
No.
Typical cold, lots of rain,
typical
snow up
Scandinavian weather.
What shoes are you going to wear for the...
I think Sense soft ground actually. Last year I took normal Sense because I really like the Sense on the technical. I feel really comfortable and light with those shoes. So I'm thinking of normal Sense, but it depends. If it's gonna rain tomorrow and on Sunday it might be really muddy, so then it can be worth taking some more.
Solomon does a lot of modified shoes for its athletes. Are your soft grounds standard?
No, I have a...
How do you all change yours?
Yeah, my favorite shoe is actually... Yeah, like 2 years ago I asked Patrick for a Sense with a Velcro sole, and I really like that one for Scandinavian. And I'm thinking of having it here, but it depends a bit on the mud. I'm gonna see tomorrow.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you.
Enjoy and don't think about your hand.
No, I will not. Thank you.